Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Tiviana Marie, and this is the Reclaiming Mastery podcast. Wow. If you are energetically sensitive, then you will have definitely been sensing so much recently. The energies have been extremely powerful and extremely intense at initiating all of us into a greater, higher timeline. Right now, the message that I kept receiving is kind of like it's go time. Right now is really crucial that each of us really step into the next level of our spiritual maturity. It's a time where we're being asked to really embody and ground out all of the wisdom, all the healing, all the transformation that each of us as individuals and as a collective have been through in recent years. Now we're being asked to step into this new level of embodied leadership. And this embodied leadership isn't one of forcing or controlling or getting somebody else to be like you or to believe what you say. Rather, this way of leadership that we're really being asked to step into now is one of leading by example. It's one of embodying your divinity, your sovereignty, your joy to such a degree where you're willing to create the change you want to see in the world, where you're willing to be the change that you want to see in the world. So for the energetic themes that I was picking up this week, earlier in the week, it was embodiment and energetic integration. I was being told that now there has been such a beautiful level of healing on our planet, on the individual level. There really has been. So kudos to all of you listening to this and all of you walking this path, because we have experienced major breakthroughs. And now with this embodiment piece, I was wondering, okay, what are the tools, or almost what's a practical formula to really help us become this embodied version of ourselves? To become this pillar, this strong pillar of light into the world. And it came to me, what I've been using on this path is the formula of absolute self-love, brutal self-honesty, and self-discipline. See, these three things together equal liberation. They equal soul embodiment. So let's break that down. Self-honesty, which is one of the biggest, such a huge part of this. And self-honesty, what that means is being willing to look at the parts of us hiding in the shadows. Being willing to look at our trauma, to look at our pain, to be honest about how we're feeling, to be honest about our needs, right? So this self-honesty cultivates a willingness to look at those parts of ourselves. Now, does that mean that you'll always see? No. Right? Does that mean you'll always know your blind spots right away? No. But it's this commitment, it's this devotion to being willing to look when those things reveal themselves to you. So that essentially is self-honesty. Where am I not embodying my highest self? Where am I not honoring my body? Where am I not honoring my heart? Where am I hiding my authenticity? Right? Where am I controlling? Where am I manipulative? Where are there internal battles being fought within me? Right? So with this self-honesty, but here's the thing, because a lot of us have great self-awareness. However, it's almost like self-awareness without true self-love, true divine love, can actually almost be harmful, right? Because then we get stuck in this pattern where we're highly self-aware, We're willing to look at all of our flaws, right? Quotations, if you're not seeing the video. All of our, where we wish that we were better, right? All of that stuff, or even our trauma. We're willing to look at it. But we don't have enough divine love, again, in our nervous system. We haven't built the capacity of self-love to be able to hold space for those parts of us. And when we do that, when we have that self-love, that reservoir of genuine self-love, we're able to become more honest, and all those parts of you that are hiding in the shadows, your inner child, that part of you that's still holding that trauma, right? Those parts of you have been hiding for some of you 10, 20, 30 years. They're not going to be willing to be seen, to be integrated, right? To be healed if they're not first loved and there's not first safety for them to express their truth, for you to express your truth. So we need brutal self-honesty, but we first must have immense divine love, immense self-love. And so when I say self-love, this is beyond the egoic self, right? I'm not talking about, oh, I have self-love because my wife or my husband loves me. I have self-love because I do this workshop, or I have self-love because of the amount of money I make. Rather, it's this deep, internal love of the true self, true, again, quotations, but the one self, love for your divinity, love for the content and not the form necessarily. Of course, we can love the form too. So when you have this brutal self-honesty and this, you've cultivated this genuine, immense self-love, well, now it's time to integrate and to step into greater self-discipline. And again, remember, we can't skip these steps, because without self-love, if you have self-discipline, that's when we have these crazy burnouts. We crash because we're being so hard on ourselves. We're saying, I have to go, do, right? And we haven't yet cultivated that love. And once we have that love, we have that honesty to say, I need rest. Our body feels safe to express its needs, right? We're not just being disciplined from a place of what the world would have us do. Rather, it's this internal devotion and discipline to walking this path with integrity. So, again, we have the self-love, brutal self-love, immense self-love, brutal self-honesty, and then we have self-discipline. So the times that we are living in, each of us are being asked in some way to now integrate all three of these facets and become embodied individuals, soul-led, soul-inspired individuals and leaders of a new paradigm that's being birthed now. The walls of illusion, the veils of illusion are thinning more and more. We're seeing truth. We're seeing the truth of us. We're seeing the truth on what's going on in the world. We're being asked to look. And I guarantee you, if you can cultivate these three pillars, the self-love, the self-honesty, and the self-discipline, you will be embodied enough. You will be this beacon of light, this solid pillar where all that's to come, whatever it may be, whatever may be revealed, you will be able to provide this place of absolute peace, absolute safety, absolute healing for all who come near you, as well as yourself. Again, it's go time. Only taking, what resonates always for each of you. But if you're one of those people right now that are really being asked to step into the next level of your mastery, then please heed the call, because the world needs you. We need you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in this space. It really means more than I can articulate, and it's such a beautiful journey, one of creation, devotion, and self-honesty with myself. Really, it's so healing, to face the fears of being seen, of being heard, to express my truth, my needs, my wants, my hopes, my wishes for the world. And I hope that each of you continues to be more and more inspired to do the same. Thank you, guys.